Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, and if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. So today tuko na a plant vendor.
Yay!
Yeah, she has a business, a plant business. Kama venye unaona hapa nyuma, unaona hizi plants zote, it is courtesy of her. Can you see? Can you see all this beauty? Courtesy of her. So, ataji-introduce. And then we shall get to learn 1, 2, 3 things kuhusu hizi plants. So karibu sana Ayla, maybe you can introduce yourself. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. I'm so glad and honored. Thank you for coming to my home and doing this.
Yeah.
You do a good job. I love your channel.
Thank you.
And subscribe, by the way.
Subscribing.
Yeah, so my name is Ayla Okoth. Okoth is my husband's name. And so I do plants, Ayla's plants and things, among other things. So that's a business that I started last year. Because last year is when my love for plants began. And I didn't even think it would escalate this much to it becoming a business. So I'm really happy. I enjoy doing plants. I enjoy having plants in my home. It's a rental, but then I still have plants. There are people who imagine when you live in a rental house, you cannot be intentional with making it homely and beautiful. There are people who imagine you have to have your own home so that you can have things like plants and vitutuka hizo. But then you can do these things. So that's what I do.
Wonderful. So acha nikuulize, hizi stories zote za plants, at what age did you discover that bana mimi napenda hizi plants? What age?
It's actually last year.
Last year? Wait a minute.
Yeah, everything last year.
Okay, so last year no, you just woke up and you were like, oh manze, mimi napenda plants.
It was our process. Let me just go all the way back. So I have these friends of mine. They're actually the ones who just introduced to me the whole idea of homemaking and homemaking and being intentional with your home, making it habitable, making it a place where you will enjoy coming back to.
Not a place you enjoy.
Not a place you just existing in. So they really changed my mindset concerning the home, and I think slowly by slowly I started thinking of how I can actually improve my own home, because I could see their homes and I would look at them and think, these things are doable. It's nothing of rocket science or something that I have to go to school and learn. No. So I just started doing maybe research on Pinterest. Pinterest is very resourceful. So just going to Pinterest and checking things out, of course learning from them, them giving me practical things that I can do with plants. No, not just with plants actually. Plants that hazikuwa kwa akili at that time.
Like
it was just the general idea of making the home beautiful. So I think, last year when we came into this home, I had this interior designer friend of mine. She's called Kendi Mwenda. In case you have any design needs, talk to Kendi Mwenda.
Talk to this girl. This girl, she transforms your space. Like you're like 5 minutes, ilikuwa inakaa sijui sofa iko huko nini iko huko. After 10 minutes or 15 minutes,
She's awesome.
Before and after, they are just so parallel to each other. You can try her.
Space. So she's the one who helped me when we came into this home. She helped us to just organize the whole space, and from the painting to the things that we got.
So you redid these paints?
Yeah, we redid the paint ourselves.
Awesome.
We were there together. They are friends, so we were just doing it together, and it really, really came out the way we love it.
It's so lovely and it's so warm.
Thank you. So just
so by that time
I had not yet started with plants. No.
So did you have some friends who had maybe indoor plants? Maybe you could just visit them and maybe admire or something.
So actually my mom we had plants in our home when I was growing up, but then I paid no attention.
Oh, so
we
that's
had,
where
you
it
know, those
started.
creeping plants that go around the house. Yeah, those ones. So when this idea came, ndo nikaelewa, oh, that's why at home mom used to keep plants in the house, in the compound. My mom even now at our home, so many plants are all over the compound. So they usually just bring this. There's something plants do to a space that nothing else can.
Hebu nikuulize, unajua wase wengi wanafikirianga like unaona venye umeweka plants, si tumeweka kwangu niko tunaka plant kamoja. I think I should improve na kuona kando. Unaona venye kuna kwanga na plants kwa hao, unaingia unafungua mlango unapata plant, maybe kwa dining table unapata plant, maybe kwa bafu unapata plant. You know, most of us hata mimi nikiwa hapo, so I'm trying to unlearn. Nafikirianga hiyo ni story ya wazungu.
I know. You look at hotels or movies. That's what they have. So it's something doable. Anyone can do that. You can
encourage msemoni yako kwa bed sitter.
Mwanzo bed sitter, please.
Bed sitter.
Mwanzo, if you think the floor space is kidogo, you can also hang plants on the wall very easily. We do that as well. In Isla's plants and things. So that's my page on Instagram.
You can
Isla's
check
plants
her
and
out.
things. Yeah, that's
and see.
We do
maybe you can pin her.
Yeah.
And you just see what you can do.
Yeah, you can always there's always ideas. There's always ways you can play around with your space and put plants. Yeah.
But those useme ati ka bed sitter kako bana ati ni kusurvive tu, unatoka job unarudi unatupa bag uko unalala. No. You can do something. Unajua bed sitter, especially the design yenye inakuanga kako
compact.
Yeah, compact sana. So unagojanga tu asubuhi utoke. You get
please make it. You can make it a space where you look forward to coming back to after work. Plants,
interesting.
They have a way of doing that.
Let me ask, unajua plants sana tulikuwa tunasoma kwa science ama ni biology, ati they use oxygen during the day ama it's at night?
No, they use during the day zinatumia oxygen,
carbon dioxide.
Or they use carbon dioxide and remove oxygen. Yes.
And then at night they use
the other way around.
So sasa, is it safe? Do you think, okay, me sijui, but I would like to know, is it safe to have a plant maybe in your bedroom ama at night? Ama at night should you remove them out?
No. So, from the research that has been done, the plants that we have in our homes, there's no one who has died because of having plants at night in their homes. Especially if you have a plant like this. This is called a snake plant. This one actually removes oxygen at night.
Oh, at night.
Yes, it does the opposite of other plants. So if you can mix up the plants, because different plants have different qualities. So that you can feel safe, and they also clean the air in your home. That's what plants do.
Fresh,
yeah, they do. They have those. They're very therapeutic. You know the way you see a plant, like there's a plant of mine there that's producing a new leaf. I'm just excited. Just seeing them growing. That's how you cannot compare a live plant to a fake plant.
Yeah, kuna plant yenye inatoa laughing gas. Unajua kwa mob sana Kenya. Until unataka tu.
I'll find out.
Ukija tu cheke kidogo.
Yeah, so hizi zitakusaidia ku relax. You may not laugh, but you'll relax. And then just taking care of the plants itself inakupatia that sense of peace, joy, responsibility. Yeah.
So this is safe, right?
Yes. That's it. Unaweza kwa bedroom. You can put this in your bedroom.
Yeah.
It will help you sleep better, and also the oxygen.
Bana, kama una ka plant, at least go for this ka snake plant. Acha tutakuuliza bei ni pesa ngapi, but najua tuwezi kosana. Tuwezi kosana bei sana. Hey, so acha nikuulize. Unakuanga umepanda hizo maua, do you have seeds? Ama unajitoanga wapi? Do you have
the thing with plants kwanza, before you purchase a plant, you have to do your research and know the conditions suitable for this
them
plant.
from supply.
Oh yeah,
You have
yeah,
a supply.
yeah. I have suppliers.
Okay.
So
wanakupatia
different
kakua
people.
kadogo,
They just give me in the bag, the nursery bag.
the paper bag, the black one. Oh,
Then I come and pot them and sell them to my clients. And then on top of that, I usually help my clients know how to take care of their plants so that they don't die. I would not want to give you a plant and then it goes and dies. So I'll work with you and make sure your plant lives. Because plants get to have plants get to have pests, parasites. Yeah, just like us, plants are not perfect. They get attacked by diseases and pests and all. But there's a way when you take good care of them, they grow, they thrive.
Okay, let me ask. Sometimes we do travel. So maybe I can go to a country, maybe for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So nitafanyaje? Si nitapata ikuwa imekauka.
So that's a good question. Many people usually imagine that when you have plants, you have to be watering them every day. That is a lie. That's a way of killing plants. Many plants die because of that.
Too much water?
Yes.
Okay.
Overwatering is the main killer of plants.
Ni kama tu mahindi like ukinyesha kila siku
inauza kitu kayo. Exactly.
Okay.
So many plants like this one for example. This plant can go for a month without being watered and it will survive. So the least amount of time that a plant can stay without water is maybe a week.
A week.
Hiyo itakuwa imeenda sana. So if you're traveling, maybe unaweza zieka nje. Maybe have someone water them, or maybe if it's raining, then they'll do better like that. If you're traveling. But if you're not going for more than a week, if it's just a few days, don't worry. Most plants will survive.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes, plants are not demanding. They're not demanding.
Kama unapenda ku travel, that should not be an excuse.
Plants like this one is a succulent.
Succulent.
And that one, the ones with hardy leaves, they don't need a lot of watering. Yeah, if you water them a lot, they die.
Okay. So if you are a travel person, you'll see excuse, buy a plant.
Yes.
And it will improve your quality of life.
Yes, absolutely.
So let me ask, you said all these. So you're given a plant when it's too small.
Well, it depends.
I don't know how big you've given them.
Yeah, it depends.
But I'm wondering how, this plant, can it overgrow? And when it overgrows, what should you do with it? Should you cut it?
So, I don't know if we can see the one hapo nyuma. It's called a rubber tree. So that one is actually a tree. Outside, it's huge. But then now, because we have it in a pot, it is limited. It can only, a plant grows depending on how far the roots spread. So with here, it can't grow as much. And even the conditions in the house are different from the conditions outside. So it cannot get as much growth because of the conditions in the house. So it's convenient because you don't want an overgrown plant in your house.
So no one wants that.
The pots I manage.
Interesting. So let me ask. So now nasikianga kuna plants zenye unabidi umezipaka mafuta, umezipanguza. Ni ukweli ama ni uongo unajua?
No, hakuna kupaka mafuta. Do you normally see the advertisement ya Vaseline?
Yeah.
Mafuta ina prevent air from coming in. So that one is a no-no. That one is a no-no. Whoever said that, oh gosh, I've never even heard of that before. So like big leaves kama hiyo and some other big leaved plants, you just wipe them.
You just
wipe them with water. Ama kama imekuwa very stained. Well, you can use soapy water.
Okay.
You can use soapy water also. It's okay. But isikue too much. You can just do it once a month to get rid of the dust. Just once a month. And then also, as you're doing that, you can turn the plant. Ndo isigrow. Another way in the house, not every side has access to sunlight, I mean.
Yeah.
So unaizungusha ndo the leaves that are facing maybe the dark side can also get an opportunity to receive some sunlight. So I usually do that when I'm wiping the leaves.
Oh. Na kuna plants zenye zinahitaji kutolewa nje maybe for a few hours kama ziko maybe in a room that's so dark.
Oh yeah, you can do that. If your house is dark, you can be taking the plants outside.
Oh.
But if your house is well lit, like here, the way there's a lot of natural light, you don't need to.
Oh.
They'll be okay inside the house. And then different plants have different light needs. So before you buy a plant, you need to know.
You need to know
which conditions that my plant can survive in. Like this one, it can stay in a dark place.
Okay.
And it will grow. It will be fine. But there are some, if you put them in a dark place, they die.
Kuna hii kitu ingine nilikuwa naona unatengeneza compost. Do you know like unachukua hizi vitu za kitchen, maybe kales, maybe tomatoes, onions, and then you just let them decompose and then unapatia plants. Is it a good idea or it's a bad idea?
It's a good idea if you know how to make compost.
Okay.
Maybe I tried. I couldn't handle. Really backfire. Really backfire. I think the balancing of the dry and the wet, I was not getting it. So it backfired. So I just buy my compost.
Oh, you just buy it?
Yeah.
Also, you have a plug.
So the people who sell plants.
Kila kitu yenye unahitaji kuna plug, sijui to seedlings, kuna plug or pot, kuna plug.
There's so ukitafuta tu vitu kunje, you'll definitely find. So these people who sell plants, they also sell compost. It's about a bucket is about 200 bob.
200 bob, it's affordable.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then your plants, the good thing about compost is it's well aerated, so the plants do not suffocate. The roots don't suffocate. They have a lot of, because the roots also need to breathe, so they get some air and they survive, they thrive.
By the way, nimekuwa nikitry kutengeneza compost at home.
So how has that been going?
Alinunua some worms.
Oh gosh.
And so it has been lovely.
Wow, you should teach me.
Nione kando.
Sawa.
So, acha tuende kwa business side of now plants. So like how do you create awareness, like you can be having all these pots, maybe you have pots, you have flowers, but now you don't have a market, you don't know you don't know someone who can buy your product. How do you create awareness?
Okay.
Juu hauna place, hauna place yenye ati physical. You do mostly online.
I was actually considering to have a physical location, but then I figured I don't need to pay that rent, and yet I have a very kind landlord. He allows me to keep the plants in the compound, and so I just pot them, and some of them I actually put inside my house. If someone wants, I just give them. So I thought I don't need to pay for a space, to pay rent for a space. So how I create awareness is Instagram. I use Instagram a lot, and even Facebook. I think Instagram, watu wenye wanapenda plants wako Instagram sana.
YG.
Wako Instagram sana. So that's where I put the pots up. And the feedback is usually really encouraging. Yeah, that's where people know, people tell others, and I get to receive.
I know, because there's another time I was looking for a plant, but by that time I umeanza hii biashara, so I moved, so I'm like, gosh,
you
I
wish.
But si kama naeza beba
okay, no problem.
So maybe like you see si unapengwa plant seedling kwa paper bag, so you have to look for a pot, you have to paint. Ebu take us through that process. How is it like? So maybe this one. You can see this.
Yeah.
So are you the one who painted that pot?
Yeah. That's I just painted it. So what I do, I had to look for an affordable place where I can purchase the pot. Yes, and then I had to make sure they are quality pots. And so last year I used to ask someone to do the painting for me, but then looking at it, I thought, how about save my clients some few coins so that I just do it myself, and then the total cost goes down, so that my plants are easily accessible and affordable for my clients. And it has been working. I actually enjoy the painting. I didn't know I could paint until my plants. Yeah, apparently. So
nimeona kama hii like hey uko na talent. I know one also painted this one.
Oh yeah, that one I was just experimenting with the leaves. That's actually monstera leaves that I nilizi paint alafu nikazi print hapo.
Oh, kazi print. Look amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
So now mtu akitaka plant, najua kuna watu wengi wenye watakuwa wakiwatch this clip and maybe watakuwa wakitaka kujua how much do you sell your plants kama hii kubwa, see there is this size, there is this size, there is this size and this size. How much do you sell them at?
So on average the least cost ya plant yenye naweza uza is 850. The very tiny succulents are 850. So that's inclusive of the drainage pot. So a drainage pot niyo ya chini, they also come at their own cost plus the pot. So everything together with the painting and the pebbles, the compost, everything put together. Now for that small one is 850. For this size, this one will go for about 1,200. And then there's like a size between that small one and this one which goes for 1,000. So my prices are that friendly. Very friendly prices. The biggest pots that I have, there's one, those very big ones. Those ones go for 3,500. And then there's now a smaller one. I think we'll share the pictures. That one goes for about 2,000, 2,500, depending on the height of the plant here. You were asking about the sizes of the plant.
Yeah.
So it depends on what the client wants. If someone wants a fully grown plant, that one comes with a different cost. If someone wants a small plant that they will grow with, that one also comes at a different cost, which I think is better, so that you get to see this plant growing.
Interesting. Let me ask. Okay, if there's someone there, maybe who wants to start this business, maybe what can you tell them?
Well, it's a business that works with passion. This one nayo hakuna kuhepa passion. You can't just do it for the money as such. Well, there are some who do it, but unaweza choka. Well, there's a market, there's a ready market. Hiyo ni ukweli. Nowadays people are very much into plants.
Yeah.
So you just have to do a lot of research so that you can learn the plants. You need to know the plants so that you know their needs. You take care of them according to how they should be taken care. Isikuwe ni plant inafaa kukua nje umeweka ndani ama inafaa kukua ndani umeweka nje. They'll burn outside. The plants that are indoor, if you put them outside under direct sunlight, they usually burn. The leaves burn. Because even in their natural environment, they usually stay under the bigger trees. So they're under the shade. So you really have to know these plants, and that takes a lot of reading. You have to do a lot of research, know the names of the plants. Yeah, so it's that kind of a business, but then if you get it, then you can really do well.
You're good to go.
Si kitu ya quick cash as such,
or si quick money, when you tunapenda quick money.
Alafu pia usikuwe na tamaa, so that you don't end up selling the plants too exorbitantly.
Ukipata tamaa, nothing works.
Kama uko na clients wa Lavington, Karen, au unaweza gonga, but if you want to get to the many who are living in our usual this rental houses nini,
unajua by the way kuna wase ukiwauzia plant at 350 wana feel kama si kitu legit. So inabidi umeongezea kidogo but usiongeze
tamaa. I know.
Lakini pia ukienda huku downtown ukiuza hata tu so ni sawa tu, una feel ni legit kabisa.
Yeah. To appreciate. So when you go to these plant vendors, you can buy plants. Mwanzo kama these two small ones, the plant's going for about 50 bob. And all.
50 bob.
Wow. Plants maybe there are people who look at those guys selling plants imagining that they're very expensive, but that's not the case.
Wajua mimi nikishangaa nini Ngong, naonanga plants mob. And then I'm like, hey bana, easy.
Well, of course it depends on the location. Ukienda watu wako huko Runda sijui wapi, they'll be expensive. But if you go to huko areas zetu huku, they know people will not
chwani
don't
na
want to.
Ruabe.
Yeah, again it depends on the size of the plant, so
So it's a nice business.
it is.
It
It's fun.
has nice
It's
returns.
very enjoyable.
So unaweza nunua a plant at 50 bob and pot how much?
So maybe those small ones. Again, the succulents can also be very expensive. So you can. It depends on what you want. So unaweza buy plant maybe at 200 bob, and then after potting it, you end up making it to cost 400. No, that's the profit, not the total price.
Yeah.
You might end up making 400, 300, which is good. Which is good enough.
Yeah, definitely. And where do if I want to maybe to buy a pot, where can I get them?
So for pots, there are different people. If you want a clay pot, if you want a plastic pot, if you want cement, concrete, all those. They're available. So it just depends. So I'm planning to expand and be able to supply such. So you can talk to me.
Please, you need to supply.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. So let me ask, maybe for a week, how many plants do you sell?
So on average, I can have like 2 to 3 clients a week. Yeah, 2 to 3 clients a week. There can be the big ones. I also work with interior designers like Kendi Mwenda, who I mentioned. So we do. It depends. It depends on how big. Some weeks can just go by, and we move on. Yeah, because the plants thing, in as much as it's becoming more popular, people are yet to really know the benefits of plants. So we still have to be creating that awareness and all. Yeah, it's fun.
Wow, interesting. That was very. Now I feel as if I'm informed about plants.
You're welcome.
I need one for my bedroom. I need one for my balcony. I need around 3 for my kitchen.
Awesome.
I need one for
your bathroom.
And unajua na sasa feel kama nafaa nizijaze tu.
By all means.
So maybe I can just give you 2 minutes. Just tell people if they need flowers, plants, how can they find you? Do you do deliveries? How much do you charge? Definitely mwenye ata purchase through this. Through this video. Lazima tutamwekea discount. Hata kama ni ya 5%. Itabidi tumemwekea.
I will be happy to give that one.
Maybe you can just take 2 minutes and then you just tell us. Maybe you can just advertise your business.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So on Instagram as Isla's Plants and Things. Isla's is written as ISLA, Isla's Plants and Things, and my number is 0726 475 480. That's the one I receive even on WhatsApp. And we do deliveries. We do deliveries mainly around Nairobi. So maybe if you have a very big order, about 10,000, that one we do free delivery. But if it's below about 5,000 and above, that one we do 50% of the delivery costs. And if it's below that, then we can always balance and see how, but you won't bear the burden of the transport alone. So I want you to buy more plants, so I will definitely encourage you by getting a bit of that transport. We do transport. Currently, we still do it via Bolt, Bolt Connect Car and all. So those are the means that we have, but we are working on getting our own transport means, which will mean the delivery cost will go all the way down. And that will be very good for us and for the clients as well.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much.
For having me.
It's a pleasure.
If you don't have a plant, ensure that you've purchased one. It has 1,001 benefits.
So many, too many.
Kwanza inatoa stress, inakufurahisha, ina make space yako iko beautiful. What else do you want? Unafeel kama uko US hivi, ukija kwa nyumba yako, hata uamini kama ni nyumba yako. So purchase a plant, okay? So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. See ya.
Bye.